in and said, I am the one you are looking for. What is the reason for your coming? What you looking for me for? What you want? They answered, Cornelius, a centurion, an upright and Yah-fearing man, who is well spoken of by the whole Jewish nation. Now, this is what we got to understand. And a lot of you have been to church 1,000 Sundays, and you don't understand this concept of Jews versus Israelites. All Jews are Israelites, but not all Israelites are Jews. All Jews are Israelites, but not all Israelites are Jews. What does that mean, by the way? Let me explain. Everybody know about King David. King David took the throne from King Saul. King David had a son, which everybody know of, named King Solomon. Now, under these three men, all 12 tribes served. For those of you that don't know, you don't read the Bible. You know about Abraham. You know Abraham had a son called Isaac. Isaac had two sons, one called Esau. You didn't know that? I bet you didn't know that, did you? One called Esau, one called Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. Now, just for context sake, one of those sons named Joseph, he's not really one of the tribes. He had two sons. Those sons get a double portion. Okay? He had two sons, one named Ephraim and one named Manasseh. So on the list of tribes, you're going to see tribe of Manasseh, tribe of Ephraim. You're not going to see the tribe of Joseph. Okay? You're not going to see it. It's not there. You're going to see Ephraim and Manasseh. Those are the 12 tribes. Them and the other 10 are the 12 tribes of Israel. Those tribes became a nation. That nation put King Saul, made Saul their king. Saul messed up. It went to King David. David died. It went to his son, Solomon. Solomon messed up, built the temple to a pagan god. The Most High said, you know what? I'm going to take the kingdom from you and I'm going to split it into two kingdoms. Now this nation of Israelites going to have two kings. And that's when you get into, when you see in the books of Samuel and First Kings and Second Kings and Chronicles and Second Chronicles, you see King of Israel, King of Judah, because that was the title of these kingdoms. One was called the Kingdom of Israel, one was called the Kingdom of Judah. Throughout the process of life, the Kingdom of Israel kept messing up and doing stuff they weren't supposed to do. They kept breaking a lot of the laws and commandments the Most High gave them. You ain't gonna believe it. One of the laws they broke was what I read earlier about 3 times a year, all your males must appear before me. This was the start of their trouble. Because their king, Jeroboam, okay, told them, y'all don't go to Jerusalem with the kingdom of Judah. Y'all gonna go and worship at this place and at this place. So, when that happened, they become sinners in the law because they're not keeping the commandments. The commandment of 3 times a year, all your males, that's in either kingdom, got to come to Jerusalem. Jeroboam said, no, you don't go to Jerusalem. You go here, you go there. So, one who is devout is one who against all inconvenience, against all penalty, keep the instruction they were given. When you read about a man named Tobit, there's a book called The Book of Tobit. When you go and read the Book of Tobit, Tobit was of the kingdom of Israel The kingdom of Israel got punished. They got sent into captivity, into slavery to other nations. While Jerusalem was still standing, you were still supposed to go to Jerusalem. So he didn't say, you know what, I'm in captivity, man, I ain't going to Jerusalem. No, Jerusalem was still standing. The temple was still standing. The priesthood was still standing. So you're still commanded to go. Tobit went. Tobit was a devout man. He came from out of Nineveh, out of the land of the Assyrians, and went to Jerusalem to the festival. He was devout. He was like the men in Acts chapter 2. He was like Cornelius in Acts chapter 10. He went. So anyway, Israel, Judah, kingdom of Israel, kingdom of Judah. When Israel got sent into captivity, they lost their kingdom. There was no king of Israel anymore. There was only Judah. So the nation of Judah, which is the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin, and parts of Levi, because parts of Levi was also with the kingdom of Israel. Right? So it's not all of Levi, it was parts of Levi. This is southern kingdom, or the kingdom of Judah. They became known collectively as Jews. This is where the term Jews came from. So when they are telling you that these men sent by Cornelius, it said they answered Cornelius, a centurion, an upright and Yah-fearing man who is well spoken of by the whole Jewish nation. You got to understand, he's talking about of northern kingdom. So that does not make him not an Israelite, because they're saying of the Jewish nation. The Jewish nation ain't talking about all the Israelites. It's talking about southern kingdom, the Jews, the kingdom of Judah. Okay?